so fine and so gentle. I came around and now I see your face so sentimentally. At first I thought nothing of it all. It seemed just a passing phase. And then one day I heard the angels call your name. They did sing to me. And now I feel so thankfully that you have been so good to me. I thought nothing of it all. It seemed just a passing phase. And then one day I heard the angels call your name. They did sing to me, and now I feel so thankfully that you have been so good to me.
Everything is better when we get together. Everything is better when we are side by side.
Hello, and thank you for being part of this exciting launch of Raglan House. Today you'll discover why this house is home and so much more. I'm Joseph Feldman, Executive Vice President and COO of Camross Felcorp. Raglan House builds on Camross' strong foundation of building excellence since 1976. Under the stewardship of our founder, David Feldman, over the last 45 years, we've developed residential communities, commercial properties, and robust master plan communities. Camross has experienced all types of markets. And in times like these, it's never been more important than to partner with an experienced developer that's been through it all. With deeply entrenched industry relationships, strong agent partnerships, and purchaser satisfaction and trust, we are where we are today. Thank you for your trust and your partnership. Our vision for a redefined Midtown started years ago with the Avenue, then Imperial Plaza, 99 Fox Bar, and 101 St. Clair, all at Avenue in St. Clair. Now, we have our sights set on a new Midtown intersection at Bathurst and St. Clair. And as you'll learn today, more than $4 billion in transformational development is coming to this area. Now, I'm pleased to pass things over to Christopher Castellano, Camross Vice President of Sales and Marketing, to tell you more about Raglan House. But before I do, Christopher and I sat down last summer to talk about this incredible opportunity. what's exciting about Raglan House is that it's really in between multiple established neighborhoods.
Because you're right at that intersection of Witchwood, Forest Hill, Humewood, Cedar Vale, and it really is such a sought after node in the city these days.
One thing that we've paid very particular attention to is how the building interacts with the street.
Right.
And that's ensuring that we're providing limestone and the podium just above that is in brick. And city planning has done a great job at ensuring that that backdrop behind the green tree-lined streets is this consistent run of podiums. And it's exciting because it's gonna feel amazing, that street, when all is said and done. What's exciting about this is there's already an established community, at multiple established communities at the doorstep of the project.
Joseph, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to chat with you, especially about a project as unique as Raglan House. Camrost has done a lot of projects and we have an incredible pipeline planned, but Raglan House I think is something special to the two of us because of what it represents and what we'll be able to achieve and how we're really pioneering this new master plan neighborhood.
I have to say, of any project that hits your desk, I have not seen your face, like the excitement. This is top of list for Chris and for myself. It's very close to home for me. And so yeah, no,
amazing.
It's awesome.
Always a pleasure. Thank you, Joseph. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the launch for Raglan House. I am Christopher Castellano, Vice President of Marketing and Sales for Camrost Velcorp, and it is my distinct pleasure to introduce the exclusive launch of Camrost's latest development, Raglan House, located at the intersection of Bathurst and St. Clair. Today, we're going to talk about three things. First, how Raglan House is leading the exciting $4 billion evolution of the Bathurst and St. Clair intersection. Next, the limited and unique opportunity that Raglan House offers now. And finally, Camrost Velcorp, as a dependable developer with more than 45 years of experience, bringing world-class projects to completion throughout a range of market conditions. Be sure to stay tuned until the end of our presentation to hear from Elliot Taube of EMT Consulting and Shelley Sue of Pivot Real Estate Group for some incredible and very limited incentives, as well as information on the next steps in the sales process. Also, be sure to follow Camrost on all our social media channels to stay up to date on our projects, new developments, and industry insights. So let's jump right in. Raglan House is on the cutting edge of a newly evolving master plan neighborhood at the corner of Bathurst and St. Clair. Looking at St. Clair Avenue in prime Midtown, we see that there are four major intersections: St. Clair and Yonge Street, St. Clair and Avenue Road, St. Clair and Spadina, and finally, St. Clair and Bathurst. When we look at all four of these intersections, we see that three of them have undergone a residential intensification, with St. Clair and Yonge being the most robust thanks to its proximity to the subway. Now, when we look at St. Clair and Bathurst, and specifically at Raglan Street, we see a tremendous plan rolling out over the next decade. More than 3,400 units across 15 buildings will be coming to this intersection from reputable developers and city builders like Camrost, Madison Group, Diamond Corp, Canderel, Kingset, Goldman Group, Stafford, and Hazelview, just to name a few. What this means for you, your clients, and the City of Toronto is a $4 billion investment from top developers in the Bathurst and St. Clair community. This will bring more than 5,000 new residents to a prime location, steps to transit, grocery stores, restaurants, cafes, shopping, and so much more. Leading this $4 billion evolution is Raglan House. This project is positioned for growth and located at the convergence of the sought-after St. Clair West, Cedar Vale, Witchwood, Humewood, and Forest Hill neighborhoods. These communities are consistently ranked among the most desirable places to live in Canada and are steadily placed among the most affluent neighborhoods in the GTA. When we look at this area, we see that adjacent condos outperformed the market in 2022. From January 2022 to January 2023, condo prices in this node grew 3.8%, while prices in the city of Toronto softened by 6.5%. Additionally, we see that condos in this node have 27% lower listings than the overall city of Toronto. And it's not just the sale pricing metrics that are impressive. Rents in comparable buildings to Raglan House in this area outperform the overall city of Toronto by more than 10%, Central Downtown by 4.3%, and Liberty Village by 7.5%. What this means for you and your clients is that this location already shows strong market fundamentals, the ability to grow in an otherwise softening market, and the ability to command market-leading rent. The reason for this is that this area and Raglan House addresses all the key fundamentals you and your purchaser are looking for. When it comes to neighborhood amenities, Raglan House has all of them. It's a short walk to the St. Clair West retail strip, which is full of local owner-operated shops. Steps away from the Cedarvale Ravine Park and Trail network, residents are also in close proximity to some of the best schools in the country, including Upper Canada College, the Bishop Strachan School, St. Michael's, Havergal, and Branksome Hall. And as the most important aspect, in any location, Raglan House has convenient access to all modes of transport. It's accessible by major arteries of Bathurst and St. Clair, and it's just a short drive to anywhere in the city. This development is only a 3-minute walk to the St. Clair West subway station and a 2-minute walk to the Bathurst or St. Clair streetcar and bus routes. Who better to exemplify this point other than our friend and partner, David Sajecki? We're here in front of St. Clair West subway station. David, why don't we have a seat and have a chat?
Sounds great.
So when we talk about Raglan Street, you see that there's quite a number of projects that are coming to this area and are creating almost like a master plan neighborhood. What is it that makes this node such an interesting area for development?
One thing that I really like from a planning perspective about Raglan is it's looking at new ways of embracing mobility. So every single unit has a bicycle parking spot, and there's the inclusion of spaces for electric vehicles. So there's electric charging stations directly in the building. There's going to be real improvements to what's called the public realm, so the public spaces, and that's an objective of the city for this area in particular.
Right.
Not just around Bathurst and St. Clair, but also around Raglan.
Right, and I mean, you know, one of the big benefits that we're going to be including next to Raglan House is this mid-block connection that's going to link Raglan to St. Clair West Station. How important is it to have, you know, not only proximity to mass transit, but that rapid access to get to it in the first place?
So when we think about issues from a planning perspective, and specifically a transit planning perspective, there's always questions about how do you navigate that first or last mile. So that's from your home to the mass transit. And if you look just down that street, it's Bathurst at the end, and it's just a row of houses that are already built. There's no connection to Raglan. So by opening that connection up, not only are you creating a great public space that people can hang out in, they can socialize in, but you're also providing a direct connection to the mass transit. So you're really improving that first mile, last mile condition.
David, thank you so much for taking the time to chat right here in front of St. Clair West subway station, just down the street from Raglan House. So excited to see this project come to life. It's been a pleasure. From Raglan House, it will take residents 9 minutes to get to Yorkdale Mall, 10 minutes to the University of Toronto, 13 minutes to Yorkville, and 16 minutes to Union Station. It will actually be a shorter commute for residents of Raglan House into the financial district than people living in Liberty Village, Regent Park, and at Yonge and Eglinton. Raglan House will be the first opportunity on Raglan Street for you and your clients to enter into this $4 billion placemaking exercise. This is like the opportunity of getting into Yonge and Eglinton before any buildings went up. Just to put it into perspective, had you bought a condo a decade ago in Yonge and Eglinton, you would have seen a 97% growth on your purchase price, compared to the overall market's 75% growth. And on a 20% down payment, that 97 is really a 500% return on investment. And you'll see the same thing at all other major intersections that experienced what Bathurst and St. Clair and Raglan Street are about to go through. This shows that areas with high levels of residential intensification outperform the overall market, and this is the opportunity for you and your clients here at Raglan House. The suites at Raglan House range from a comfortable 456 square foot one bedroom to an expansive sub 1,000 square foot split two bedroom corner suite. Raglan House will feature high-end Miele appliances, Kohler plumbing fixtures, and imported Italian kitchens by Trevisana. In addition, the project will feature a geothermal heating and cooling system, latch smart access, and other future-forward, environmentally friendly initiatives to enhance livability. The building will offer residents access to over 10,000 square feet of amenities, including social gathering spaces, a state-of-the-art fitness facility, 2 common outdoor spaces, a work-from-home space, a library, lounge and billiards room, a barber shop, an outdoor rooftop terrace with barbecues and dining, and so much more. Camrost Felcorp is a dependable developer that has shaped the GTA skyline and consistently built and delivered excellence over the past 45 years. Camrost has seen dynamic markets like this in the past and knows what to do to weather the storms. Camrost has consistently been a visionary in being first to identify neighborhoods poised for significant growth. Every Camrost project starts with putting together the strongest team. We only work with the best architects, designers, and consultants. Being a vertically integrated developer allows Camrost to manage all portions of the project, from acquisition to development to marketing and sales to construction, with our in-house CamCorp construction team. This means our projects have all the details looked at from start to finish and ensures a project that has been meticulously crafted and cared for since day one. In the past 24 months, we've registered 4 projects and will register 2 more within this next year. So let's recap the 3 key takeaways from this launch. 1, the Bathurst and St. Clair intersection is a rapidly growing node in the GTA. Your clients will benefit massively from the $4 billion investment being made here by Toronto's top developers. Secondly, Raglan House is the first opportunity for your clients to get into this area and own in the monumental evolution of one of Toronto's most important intersections. And finally, Camrost is a respected and reliable developer with more than 45 years of experience delivering industry-leading projects. Camrost knows Midtown. Over the past decade, we've pioneered the St. Clair West Strip with the Avenue, Imperial Plaza, 101 St. Clair, 99 Fox Bar, and the Fox Bar townhomes. We've brought over 1,000 residential units to this Midtown market, along with an LCBO and a Longo's grocery store for incredible retail options. We know what works for our residents and what will work for your clients. Purchasers today want to align themselves with winning developers who can take projects across the finish line. And Camrost has proven this time and time again. I'd now like to introduce Elliot Taube of EMT Consulting to talk about the sales process.
Thank you, Christopher. Let me first say what a pleasure it's been to continue our work with Camrost, especially on such an exciting new development. Raglan marks the start of a major transformation in one of Toronto's most exciting nodes. Real estate has always historically been considered one of the best investments anyone could make to create generational wealth, and I believe this continues to be true. Markets change and cycles start and finish, but if you examine the trends, values continue to move upwards. Pre-construction has proven over the years to be a hedge against time and one of the best ways to enter the market. For the launch of Raglan House, Camross is offering one of the most exciting opening incentives that I have ever seen. This limited time promotion is available on our first 100 sales only and ensures a worry-free purchase at Raglan House until 2030. Our first purchasers will be receiving a rental top-up for 2 years. This will come at closing and allow for the investor who is leasing out their unit to top up rent by up to $3,000 per month, ensuring that they will enjoy a positive cash flow, which has been a major consideration in the current market. And if you are a purchaser who will be moving into Raglan House, this payment can be used for anything you want. But imagine having someone take care of a major portion of each month's mortgage for your first couple of years, freeing up money and making your purchase at Raglan House worry-free. If you ask yourself 2 simple questions, I know your excitement will build. In 2030, do you believe that Toronto real estate values will be higher than they are now in 2023? And in 2030, do you think rents will be higher or lower than they currently are? If you answered higher to both these questions, then you will agree why we are calling this a worry-free purchase. And if that's not a great incentive, we're not stopping there. We're offering an easy deposit program, caps, a right to lease, and assignments. Everything you could want or expect. And with that, I want to turn it over to Shelley to tell you all about the sales program.
Thank you, Elliot. Keep an eye on your inbox tonight for our next email. It will have everything you need to get started: the brochure, videos, floor plans, and the opening package with prices, deposit structure, and client incentives. You will also be able to submit your worksheets immediately and will be in contact for your allocation and to set up a signing appointment. Remember, the client incentive is only available to the first 100 suites, so get your worksheets in. We have a spectacular presentation center located on the 3rd floor at 95 St. Clair Avenue West and will be open tomorrow at 12 p.m. to welcome you to our office. If you have any questions, please make sure to contact our sales team. And now I'd like to pass it back over to Christopher.
Thank you, Elliot and Shelley. As you can see, we have some incredible limited incentives for the first 100 purchasers. We look forward to seeing you in person at our sales office or online through a virtual appointment. Thank you and good night.